Hey everyone, this is Wade from FishFinderMounts.com and Flow Tube Fanatics, and we've got a bit of a special treat here. We've recently acquired a few different fish finders, and we're going to be doing some unboxing of those for you to see. And of course, what we like to do when we do that is put them onto our mounts too. I've got a 5 amp hour boat mount kit here. I'm going to show you putting it onto the swivel plate here. Now, this is sort of a journey in discovery because we've never put, this is the Garmin Striker. Now we've got 3 of them here. We're going to be doing the unboxing and having a look at the Garmin Striker 4 DV, which means down view. They call it down view. Lowrance calls it down scan imaging, and Humminbird calls it their down imaging, I believe it is. But nevertheless, they're all the same sort of thing where you're seeing these very, very vivid images. You can see here, right here on the Striker 5, what that looks like if the camera gets close enough. So yeah, we're gonna do this opening of the Striker 4 DV, so you guys can all have a look, and we're gonna do another video on the 5 and another video on the 7. So here we go. Never opened before. This is Wade from FishFinderMounts.com. You can call us at 1-855-784-3474 to get some assistance, to pick up an amazing portable mounting solution. Our fish finder mounts make all fish finders portable. So here we go. We're going to open up the Garmin 4 DV. Okay, 3.5-inch screen, GPS, Chirp, down view imaging, and it's the IPX7 rating for water ingression. So we're just going to open this guy up and show you what it looks like there. On the top, it looks like it's got, you can get these different things that come with it, the protect, or don't come with it, but you can get these with it. The cover, data sharing cable, and a portable kit here if you want to go with that. Of course, our mounts make these fish finders portable, so you wouldn't need that if you're picking up one of our mounts, and our mounts do it in an amazing way, and we'll show you that in a little bit. So here we go. That's what the package looks like as we open it up, all nicely packaged and sort of segregated off. We'll pull out the control head right away. Have a nice look at that. There's the plastic on it. It is a 4-inch screen. Take that protective coating off of it. This is what it looks like in the back here. So it's definitely different from the Garmin Echo series, this being the Striker series. It's a lot smaller feeling, really, and we'll just pull out the base head. This is similar to the Garmin Echo base, or the mounting post, I like to call it, because we have the base systems. So we'll take that apart there, and that would interlock with this as so. Just snaps in, sort of like a GPS in your car, actually. So that's actually pretty cool. And we've got a rotating base here as well. So just take that guy, move that around, take this guy, swivel it, pop it into where you want. So it's actually even a little bit more slick than the 301 series, the 300 Garmin Echo 300s, the 100s, the Echo series, anyways. But for now, what we'll do is we'll take this off. There's a little latch here. The camera can see here, and we can just manipulate that by pushing it down, and then it clicks off easily. That might wear out over time, but it is very cool coming out of the box. And again, it swivels. You can see the teeth here. There's a lot of teeth, so it's almost analog, but it's really a digital type of setting. And again, we are opening the Garmin Striker 4 DV. Here's all the other goodies in the box. We'll just pull those out in one fell swoop. It looks like, oh, we got a transducer cable or power cable back here, and manual, and a set of screws of some type, probably for dash mounting this into the dash of a boat. However, we wouldn't use these with our kit. And so that box is pretty much empty. The manual, I'll pull that out too. This is a sort of a safety instructional, it looks like, with the screws here. I'll pull those screws out. Those screws look like they're about 1 inch long. Phillips. They don't look stainless to me, but they probably are. There's 3 of them, so there's 3 mounting points, and you can see the box is entirely empty now. There you go. And there's a bunch of writing on the base here. So that's the box there for you. We'll just spin that around so people can see that while we're videotaping here. So we'll open this up. This is our power cable. Garmin is the one manufacturer that always makes a habit of putting fuses with their systems. You do not need a fuse when you're incorporating it with our system here. This ultimately it's a push-on style connector. The nice thing with Lowrance is they have screw-on connectors, whereas Garmin and Humminbird like to use push-on connectors. So you'll see the power isn't clearly marked this time here, and actually with Garmin you use, they had in the Echo series a little blip, a little pin of plastic coming up, but here they have the same type of plug, but you'll be lining the little groove, the camera can see the groove there, with this little groove mark. And it also shows a diagram of the profile of the connector. You can see it's sort of it's got part of it lopped off to be flat. So we can take this guy and we'll push it in. There's the groove, and we'll just push that in, so that would power it up. So we've got the cable in there to the Striker, and we'll take this guy apart here. And we'll have a look at this stuff. That is for their transducer. This would be if you're going to go and put it hard mounted onto a boat so that it's sort of permanently fixed in there. This bracket looks like it's sort of maybe an aluminum or aluminized. I don't know, it's not that thick of a gauge. It looks like it would do the job. It's definitely better than plastic like a lot of the other guys do. So that's nice. They got a hose clamp here, so if you wanted to put it, this is a typical motor mount for their transducers. So if you have like a Minn Kota or what have you, there's a hose clamp and you attach that around the base of that motor there. Again, you know, if you have a magnetic transducer mount, you wouldn't need this, because our magnetic transducer mount, you can put it pretty much anywhere on your boat, and I'll show you that in a bit. And this being the transducer itself, let's check this thing out. It's going to be interesting here. See what they've done with these. They're always getting bigger, it seems, these transducers, and I think that's no exception here. Yes, it is. It's a big one. You know, it's definitely probably equivalent to the Lowrance, maybe even a little bit bigger. And then, of course, you would need to attach a bracket to this. It's fairly weighty as well. So this would be the transducer bracket that would go on here. This would be for, they call this a transom style transducer mount. The mounting holes here aren't that large. In fact, I'd be interested to know where the mounting screw is, or post. That would be good to know, because if you're putting it through this guy, you would need one. Because that would mate with this if you're doing a hard mount right here. I think that they must be using independent screws. Yeah, probably this package here actually, guys. Right in here. So we can take that and open it up and show you what they would want you to do. They'd want you to take these little bits and pieces and put them through here, ultimately through here, you know, with these washers and these nuts that are nylon coated inside, so they act like lock nuts. Our product doesn't require that. So we'll put this on here right now. It needs 4 screws, which I am wagering that they are these screws for certain. There's 4 of them, actually there's 5 of them, and there is 5 holes there, you can see. And they're not countersunk like a chamfered screw, they're actually flat, and these are actually hex trim screws here. So they've got a little hex tool here. We'll just take this little tool out. So we're going to use this, we're going to mount this to our product, so we're putting this bracket on. It looks like they have lock washers on here as well, and then little nuts. So I imagine you put the nut inside of here, like so. 2 of them is what my cameraman's saying, because he's actually already opened his own Garmin 4DV before I have opened ours, our company's one. And yeah, we're excited to use these products this year on our fishing adventures. So I'm just going to pop those in here. It looks like these guys, yeah, these would go on the top. That would make sense, like that. So your lock washer, put it on the top. Just place them all in there. There's quite a bit of little job of assembly here. It's pretty crazy. I'm not sure if this is the simplest design they could have come up with, but it looks, there's the 5th hole right there, just so you guys can see. So we'll just pop that in there like that. So all the flat washers I put in first, and then the lock on the top, and we'll pop that guy down on there. And we're going to take this little tool, put her through each one of these holes to create the transom mounting version of this transducer. Yeah, it looks like it's come down already. So we'll just put them all in there, get them all ready and lined up. Pretty fancy. It's a pretty nice transducer for the money. We picked up this particular unit not to advertise for them, but Bass Pro Shops. We got this one for $179.99, just so you guys know. I looked around on the net, and I found that to be probably the best price I could see. That's US dollars, by the way, $179.99 US from Bass Pro Shops online. So let's fasten this guy together. You might want to tighten it down. I'm not going to tighten it down too hard here. You might want to tighten it down a little harder, I'm not sure. So there's the transducer, and of course when you take the Garmin Striker product, there's 2 cables here, one being the power cable and the other being the transducer cable. Same thing again, profiling of the connector there. Again, it's flattened on one spot and the groove is on the side as it's showing here. So you just plug that in the way that they indicate on the back of the Garmin product, and she's in, nice and snug fit. So you got the both products here. Now what we're going to do, we've got everything out. You've seen a bunch of the different components of hardware here. We're going to mount this to our product. We're not mounting it to any other boat because we want to make this Striker 4 DV entirely portable. We're not interested in mounting it, hard mounting on our boat. We might have 5 boats, 3 boats, we might have a canoe, aluminum boat, we might have a kayak, whatever it is. Well, the people, our company here, fishfindermounts.com, makes this very easy so that you can have one nice fish finder and you can share it amongst all sorts of different boats without having to invest in a bunch of extra transducers or whatever it might be. So it's a very slick solution for you guys that want to do that. So we're going to take our mounting post here and we're going to figure out how to put this on. I'm guessing right here there's a little lever, and it does indeed unlock that way. So it's like a horseshoe, it clips in, snap, it's in. Again, we'll snap that out. There's this little lever here, open it, push it in, snap, it's in. That's nice. That's a cool little innovative little design. So we're going to take that guy and we're going to find out, does it mount to the fishfindermounts.com. This is our 4.5 inch plate. So a lot of our products we call 4.5 inch or 4.5 non-powered. That's signifying the size of the mounting plate. This will mount all sorts of different fish finders. The question is, do we have the holes already formulated for this particular unit? And it looks indeed that it is the case. The Garmin Echo holes that we had in here before are the same ones they've used once again. And there you go, they line up perfectly in the center of the entire plate. So we're good to go there. We don't need to drill our own. So fishfindermounts.com, we already have the hole pattern for the Garmin Striker mounts here. So that's fantastic news. We don't have to do much there. And we're going to take our own screws. These fish finders are very light. You don't have to worry about that. You don't need a whole giant screw, like big giant long screws in there. You know, you don't have to be concerned. So we're going to take this stuff out of the way of the camera, just move the Garmin control head here and the transducer so that the cameraman here can see what we are doing. We're just going to line them up again. So you can see the G right here inscribed into it. It's upside down. I'll move it around for you guys. So there's the G. That's Garmin. Take this guy and we're gonna line that up there. And these are the screws that come with our pack. So the screws that come with our pack are perfect for this requirement here. These screws that came with their product here, that you would not want to use in this case when you're mounting onto our plate. We're going to take our nice little drill here, little handy electric drill, and fasten these guys down here. I got it on Torque 7. It's a sort of a lower powered lithium drill. You might want to put it on a lighter torque even. You can see the screws haven't come through, but it's nice and strong on there. It's nice and flat, no gaps or anything like that. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to take this guy here and we're going to snap her on. Click, just like that. And you can see it's just beautiful. And we're going to take this guy and we're going to go, okay, let's see how she fits on there. Remember, again, there's a little snap mechanism here again. Everything's snapping together, which is very cool. They've done a great job of designing that. I'm always appreciative of different designs because we've designed our own products. So it's neat to see what other people do. And boom, she's on. Again, there's that little latch down there. And she just snaps into place the way you want it to be. And we're going to take this guy, and I've got, if the camera could come over this way, we're just going to move the products over here. Again, we're doing the Garmin for Striker 4DV. We've got all the stuff out of the package, all the little pieces and bits. We're going to take that, and I've just sort of clamped our unit down because it's meant for a gunnel clamp, not for a table. And we're just going to thread our plate onto our product. Our 5 amp hour bolt mount kit, it will also come with these cables here. These cables turn your fish finder end, your braided end here. I'll just take them out of the bag. They turn your power cable here. So this is our cable pack that would come with this unit here, this 5 amp hour bolt mount kit here, this cable pack. This is their cable, the Garmin cable. They're very thin wires. With our pack, all you need is you need to take the positive and the negative. The blue and the brown is not required, so I'm going to cut those away actually in this demonstration. And one little hint, you can bend these wires over to make them a little fatter, right, when you're putting them inside of these receptacles. I don't want to knock this mount over, so we'll just be careful there. We'll bend this guy over too. They've already tinned them, so they've soldered them, that means. We're just going to bend those up and thicken those cables up so that they're going to be received into here really nicely. We're going to leave the fuse on there for all of you folks that really think that it's a taboo requirement to have that. That's fine. And we're just going to trim off these guys, not required for our product. But we're going to take the positive, and we've marked our cable sets with a positive and negative as well to make it easy for you. And we're going to power this guy up. That's why I'm doing this as well, is because when I do this, you'll be able to see the unit powered up nicely and running. So I'm going to take our nice handy strippers here. These are professional grade strippers, and we're going to put our positive on. Red to plus. Red to plus. Black, that's negative to the negative or the minus line here, just for any one of you that's not super familiar with doing this kind of electronic stuff or electrical wiring stuff. And we're going to crimp that guy nice. We want to push that in, make sure it's good. Oh, that one came out. So that's okay, that's a good demonstration. This one's in there nice and firm. We've actually included, if you make a mistake, we include extra ones of these in our little cable pack. So if you do make a mistake, you can come along here and you can fix that by just trimming this off and redoing it. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Put that on here. Now you can remark it later. We've already got one of the cables marked, so we're safe. It's nice to keep things marked. It's very nice, in fact, very helpful, so that you know that you're always going to have the right polarity, that being positive to positive and negative to negative. And we're going to take their nice cable here. These cables, I'll tell you, with all these fish finders they are very, very narrow or thin. I'm going to make sure that's pushed in there really good now. Take this guy. Get that thing crimped off good. Okay, she's in there good now. So now you have a plug here. We'll just lay that out on the table so that can be seen. And the plug looks like this. It's a nice convenient little 2-pole, intrinsically safe, meaning this is shrouded from the other one so that they can't short out. And we are going to power the Garmin Striker 4 DV up for all of you folks to see on our 5 amp hour magnetic boat mount kit. It is magnetic due to our transducer mount that I'm going to show you very shortly from fishfindermounts.com, who gives you everything you need to mount and power your fish finder in one of these little kits, these little magnetic boat mount kits. We are making all fish finders portable. You can call us at 1-855-784-3474 to get your amazing portable fish finder mounting solution from us today. And we're just going to take this guy and we're going to plug it together here, just like so. And we're going to see this Garmin Striker 4 DV power up. And sure enough, there she comes on, beautiful, just like we wanted. Easy to use 3.5-inch fish finder with GPS. Now I have to say, the Garmin systems that I've used, their menu systems are definitely usually the simplest to use. There's less complexity to them, maybe a little less settings too, but they're very easy to use. So any of those guys out there that are a little bit intimidated by electronics and menu systems, the Garmin products are a good choice from that perspective. You know, you can upgrade to a different transducer and stuff like that. This transducer that we have here, what we have here is it is the GT20 TM transducer that came with this package. But it looks like a pretty skookum transducer. It can do down scan imaging and everything. Now we're going to take this guy, we'll just leave it unplugged for now, because what we'll do is we're going to mate it up with our magnetic transducer mount. I want to show you guys, if this is your boat hull here, and this is a fairly good thickness of aluminum here, and this is the magnetic transducer mount. You can see this one just has the linkage on it. And you can just take this guy, and you have to twist it usually to get it off. So we just take it, we twist it, and there we have it off. And then to put it back on, this magnet here, for the display purposes, it is actually stuck in here, but you would have this magnet free in this one, and you would put the one magnet on the inside of your hull, this being the inside side, from fishfindermounts.com. And then you can take the outer side, which you see right here with the linkage on it in my hand, and you're going to have all the linkage for the transducer. So we'll just take that and we'll just keep that out there. This actually shows you the thickness of the gauge of aluminum. This is actually a very thick aluminum boat here. So that would be like maybe in 16 to 18 footer aluminum boat in terms of like a sort of a standard gauge. And then here you have a plastic simulation here, and that's why I've got this out, just so you can see how it works. One magnet on the inside of the hull and one on the water side of the hull. Then we take this guy, and you can just see how that looks. There you go. It's 16 super magnets there. Very powerful. Be careful with your fingers when you're using this product, please. So we're going to take this guy, and this acts like a universal clamp. And the spacer is what you need for the Garmin product. We've got the longer screw in here. When you get this product, actually it'll come with this longer screw hardware. It'll also come with a shorter one as default. You'll take out of the baggie this screw with this. There's a little baggie when you get it with this in it, and you take this and put this into the end of either the root arm or the extension arm. We have the extension arm here on for the demonstration of this video. And if you were to put it on the side of your boat hull, you would put it this way. So you'd take this spacer, put it between here. You could call it a spreader in this case, and you would actually put this bolt through here all the way through. So what we have here is that the hole is like a press fit. It's going to need a slight bit of drilling. You want to choose a drill bit that is just slightly larger than the bit we're using. That's a 3/16 drill bit there. 3/16 drill bit is what I'm going to use, I think. We'll give that a try. Yeah, that'll definitely enlarge the hole. So we'll just take our drill. It's just plastic we're drilling into, so it's no big deal. No problem whatsoever. We've never had to do this with any other fish finder set. This is the first one. So they've gone a little bit small and cheap. Just going to take this guy, slowly drill through. It's just really simple. There we go. Just easy like that. It's just like ABS plastic, so you don't really need to put much into it. So that opens it up nicely. You can see the holes are a little bit larger now. Now let us see. Yes, that it's a bit tight, but it's perfect really. So we'll take that guy. You can see it coming through now. We'll take our spacer here. Let's take this bar. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way, everybody. So there's the spacer. You can see it's coming through really nice now. Boom, just right like that. Perfect. We'll just take this guy. And we took very small, like the shavings of this stuff is nothing. We barely took anything out of it to make this work good. And we just take our, we call this our fork washer here. It's got grooves in it. You can see over here the grooves in this, our extension arm here. The root arm has the same again, and then you just take that, and it doesn't need to clamp all the way across, it just needs to catch. And then we just take our wing nut and we just clamp her over just like so, and we've got a good little system here set up. So there you go. So then if you were on the side of your boat, we'll use this as an example. We'll just take these samples off, and if this was a really thick boat, we would just take this guy. Let's say it's upside down for the sake of the demonstration. We'll just take this guy, take her off, and bang! Your transducer's on the side of your boat, or this is the side, but you can also set it up in a transom configuration. There she is there. Okay, and then same thing if we want to. This has a bisecting hole in it. So if we want to set it up for the transom, saying this is the transom in this case, we can take this guy and we can just turn him like so. Put that down. So I got two hands to do this with. There we go. And just take that guy there and take the little thumb nut, brass thumb nut, so it won't rust. All of our stuff is marine grade stainless steel, or pretty much almost all of it is. And there's your transom setup. So the back of your boat, it's on there, nice and snug and firm. So you've got a perfect fish finder portable mounting system here. Instead of using suction cups, which will dry out by the way in a couple years or so, our magnetic transducer mounts, the magnets won't wear out over your lifetime. They'll last for a good long solid time. And then of course our gunnel clamp here, you'll put this over top of your gunnel edge of your boat, and you've got it about view level or the head level, a little bit lower maybe, while you're sitting in your boat, so it's a good comfortable level. And then you can just lock this down. You swivel this to whatever way you want it to be. You can even swivel it out this way if you want. And if you wanted to do that, you could do this, and then you could lock this down. You could swivel this guy around if you want. So there's lots of options there to get it out. And then what we would do is we'd take these cables, this being the power cable of course, we'd do the same thing with the transducer actually. And we would take it, I'm just going to move this back to where it was. We just take this guy, let's put it this way for you guys to see the nice Garmin Striker 4DV. And we're going to take these cables, and we don't like them just all over the place. We want to tidy it up and make it nice. We don't want to cut them though, because it's a brand new product and just all of that stuff. So we're going to take it, we're going to put it in a nice little hoop here, and we can just take our cable ties that came in our cable package from fishfindermounts.com. Again, you can call us and order yours today at 1-855-784-3474. Amazing product for small aluminum boats, canoes, kayaks, whatever it might be. And you can just take this guy and you can feed these guys right through here, as so. And take your your cable ties and just stick them through here, just like so. Make them nice and tidy. We'll take our other cable tie that I had right here, and we'll do the other side. And we have the same slots on the other side of the product as well. And in fact, our product even has cable or strap slots, so that if you wanted to strap the product onto something, you could as well if you really wanted to. Maybe you have a pontoon or a float tube or a kick boat or something that's inflatable. And we just take this guy here, just like so. And we've got that all nicely managed to the box. Same thing again with the transducer, and we recommend you definitely do it with a transducer because you don't want your transducer being lost. It is a portable product, so there is a chance that if you're going ultra fast or if you hit something, it will come off. We'll just trim these nice and close, just like so. There, there. And there you have the fishfindermounts.com 5 amp hour magnetic boat mount kit system. Here's the magnetic part being the transducer there, and you can just hook that up into the back of it, and there is your power source, your battery, your 5 amp hour batteries in here. It would run this fish finder for 3 days straight easily. Good long fishing days. So you've got a fantastic portable product here. So thanks for watching everyone. This is the Garmin Striker 4DV unboxing and setup and assembly. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and again, give us a call. We'd be glad to help you out with your fish finder mounting needs. I'm Wade, everybody. Thanks for watching.